Hi. Pretty cool for you to show up today. Thanks for coming. Everything's great here. How about you? Oh, things are good over there too? That's good. Glad to hear that. Let me just make sure. Let me adjust this a little bit. Yeah, about that. Let's try this then. How's that? Yeah, that's a little better. That's a little bit better. Okay. So that's all adjusted up, and got one package to open today. Something from the PO box, brought to you by Companion Cosplay. The package itself looks like it's from Helen. That's a big surprise. I know I'm surprised. Just trying to get a fix on the URL for this thing right now. Beautiful. And here we go. Gonna post a little link to this right here, and I'm just gonna say streaming is fun for the whole family, but not the kids. Publish. Okay, so let's say hi to some people. I may be getting some texts intermittently throughout the podcast that I'll have to respond to. I apologize for that. I'm trying to get this all done before band practice. So if I do a little texting, please don't take it too badly. So who do we gotta say hi to? Hi Wraith, hi Helen, hi Mina, hi Ippity, hi Zio, hi Karen, hi Danny, hi Jennifer, hi Amata, hi Kristen, hi Candace, hi guys, how's it going? Want to be on my webcast. Okay, so basically what's happening here is today was a pretty uneventful day. I got up, made some food, and what did I do? I think I cleaned house a little bit, did some stuff online. I wrote some Tumblr responses, which I'm sure we're going to get to cover a little bit later in the festivities. Hey, Dead Purple. Hey, Steph. And then Bennett dropped by. She actually left a little warming pad for the cat. We determined that the reason why she's not taking to Amada's bed so much is because it doesn't heat up enough. So we're gonna try throwing a real human heating pad in there. See if she starts to respond to it being warmer. So we're just making it a little more enticing for her as a cat to come towards the warmth, to step into the light. So let's see if we can make that work, and I'll let you know. You know, it's a cat sleeping on a warm thing. It's not really that big of a deal, but matters to us because we're all here together and we're all friends. I saw a thing on Twitter about Phoenix Comic-Con needs moderators for its panels at the upcoming convention in June or July. In June, I think. And I was like, oh, I can do that. So I sent them an email, and actually they responded to me. The woman who got back to me basically said, we think you'd be great to do it, but thanks again for reaching out. Let you know. Okay. Yeah, so basically what happens is in order for anyone to moderate at Phoenix Comic-Con, the moderators get 3 or 4 or 5 panels per day to do, and they're not allowed to actually cosplay, which actually I'm fine with. If I started going to conventions and I was either not allowed to cosplay when I was moderating, or or if I could only cosplay during certain points of the day, that would actually kind of be a load off my mind. And then I would also get to moderate, which I actually kind of like just as much. But the problem is they have monthly training sessions. So between now and June, I would have to literally take a day off every month. Not that I need a day off from my non-job, but I would need to travel to Phoenix one day a month. Hey Sherry, hey Chalice, hey Chris, hey Crimson Cosplay. But I would need to do the 6-hour drive to, then the 6-hour drive from Phoenix every month, and that would be at the end of the day probably close to $1,000 by the time the con actually rolled around. So as much fun as it would be to moderate, I can't actually do that, which is unfortunate. But it was good to get in contact with them. The lady who's organizing the moderator stuff said she'll put in a good word for me at Phoenix. So if there's anyone in Phoenix, Arizona, just tweet at Phoenix. Tell them you want me there as a guest. But I understand. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm just glad I got to get in touch with them at all. She was actually very, very fast in her responses and very to the point, which is good. So you win some, you lose some, but it was a connection made regardless. So we got one thing to open today. I'm going to open it up. It's a thing from Helen. So we're going to just we're going to rip right into it right now, and then we'll get right back into the conversation. Volunteering at CoastCon, 12 hours. I don't know if it's moderating. I've been nodding my head and smiling like a dumbass. Please explain. Oh, so moderating Dead Purple is like when there's a panel. You got 4 cosplayers talking about cosplay, let's say. They'll sit those 4 people behind a table, but then they'll also have one person who's essentially hosting it and asking the questions, saying, how did you get started? What did you make your costumes out of? What's your favorite thing about it? Blah 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 blah. What's your weirdest experience? So it's just the host. It's a panel host. It's a moderator, and I think that's I like doing that sort of shit. I essentially I'm the moderator and one of the guests essentially on the Thursday podcast broadcast. In that I have to, most of the time I'm usually the one that's reading the questions. Used teens for volunteers and had a lot of other shady stuff going on. Yeah, a lot of cons use volunteer work to save them a lot of money, and it's unfortunate that they can't pay everybody. Yeah, typically they'll give you either free tickets or possibly some travel expenses or possibly a hotel room as well, which would be awesome. But at this point in my career as a cosplayer, and when I say career, I mean experience, it's not really that reasonable for me to expect that people cover things like that for me unless it's a really small con who's sort of desperate for names. So, hey Elizabeth. So let's see what Helen sent. Helen has sent looks like a t-shirt. Interesting. So this t-shirt looks like it's a Smash Brothers t-shirt. And it has Ness in it. It is a large. It looks like the vector art got a little distorted in it, but yeah. Cool red t-shirt, bro. I can give this a shot later on tonight. It's a little too cold to be taking my shirt off, unfortunately. so we're not going to be experiencing that tonight. Looks like they double printed it a little bit too. It's kind of a ghosting effect on here. Interesting. What else do they got? Oh, looks like they got all sorts of custom Smash Brothers characters. They got one with Link in it. Here's our Joe213. And he looks like this guy just runs his own little t-shirt printing shop situation. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Been around 30 ECC. Do you have time to attend things when you volunteer? A lot of volunteers, typically they'll have time to attend things. Half the time when volunteers end up at like San Diego Comic-Con, they just show up and then they're like, we don't need you for anything. Go ahead and enjoy your day. Right, cop. Okay. Reminds me of needing to finish my purse. What's on your purse, Ippity? Hey, Anya. Good to see you. So I told him to post about commissions, and I didn't see the Loki stuff until I saw way down at the bottom, and I thought... no, the commission stuff that you saw on Etsy was me spreading the word for one of the artists who worked on my Loki costume. That's not me taking commissions. Hey, Sarah Little. Hey, Marie Latecomer. Jennifer is talking about your Tumblr response was amazing. I wish I could come up with that kind of verbiage in the heat of the moment. Yeah, that particular Tumblr question has been sitting in my inbox for about not a month, a couple of weeks now. And I was just, I was going to respond with something really sort of short and sweet. And then I was like, I should really just go off on this person, but in a way that's not realistic, like, there's a definite sense of, like, people responding to... When people respond to trolls and stuff, or people respond to, like, things that are happening on the internet that they particularly don't like, there tends to be a lot of very offensive language used, a lot of personal sort of jabs. And I was like, what if I just went off on this person with a lot of, like, really just super over-the-top insults, but that weren't, I don't know, that weren't particularly going after them as a person. It was just like sort of vague and weird insults that are just like crazily elaborate. So that's what I did. I just sort of condescended as much as I could, and I don't actually mean anything I said in that. I don't actually think of anyone as being like as sort of worthless as I described in that Tumblr thing, but it's nice to write. Like, it's nice to have something to write that it's pretty vulgar, Mophonics. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not even the vulgarity that I wanted to go against. It's the you'll see on the internet, people will start going after each other's sexuality, their races, their what they look like, what they do, what they, just personal stuff that would be considered shaming. And the stuff I was going after was, basically saying they have the traits of some sort of nightmarish monster, that exists outside of space and time. Let's see. 20,000 likes on Facebook. We should have an internet party or something when you get there. Chalice, I don't know what an internet party is, but it doesn't sound very exciting. When I get to 20,000, I'll post a thing that says thank you, and that'll be about it. Hey, Chris, no problem. Guys, Chris is the person who made that meme that I posted earlier today, being poked in the nose by Lady Mysteria, if you will. Let's see. Did we have a troll in your group today, or was that just me not understanding what the person had posted? Oh, I don't know on the group. I don't take part in the group, so yeah. Did you have a troll? It's just spam. Yeah, a lot of times spam's gonna get in no matter what you do. Yeah, the Mysterio cosplay, what is her name? What is her name on Instagram? Let me make sure I'm giving you the right name before I do the wrong thing and tell you the wrong thing. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. Come on. I know you're in here somewhere. Oh, jeez. Well, that's no good. Okay, so I'm not actually sure. Doesn't matter. Moving on. But yes, the Mysterio cosplay is awesome. Tea candy? That sounds gross. Tea is not a good candy flavor. Showed me a picture of you trying to get water from a fountain. She would love that picture. Signed. Yeah, unfortunately, getting print quality images of just random photos is tougher than it seems. You need to get the rights. You need to get permission from the photographer, and if you want to find that photo, the highest quality version of that photo, and have it printed out on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and send it to me, I will sign it and send it back, assuming you provide a self-addressed stamped envelope. But yeah, as far as making prints of any given picture that it happens to be someone's favorite, yeah, no, I haven't even started selling my own prints online yet. It's not really that high of a profit margin. So, I don't know. I was going through pictures of cross-stitch patterns. Time for me to casually wander back into the group at work. It's nice to see you all. Good night, Amada. Miss you. Yeah, if you want to find the photographer and ask them if they have a higher resolution photo you can print out, then they might ask you for a few bucks or something. But if you're not selling them, I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. It was at D23. That's all I remember about that photo. What else is happening today? I also sort of answered a question about inventing my own zombicide character, and that got pretty inside baseball in that it really wasn't anything that anyone would understand if they don't play zombicide on a pretty regular basis. Whew, man. But tonight I have band practice, so I'm looking forward to that. We haven't gotten together in probably about 5 weeks, so that's unfortunate, but we're going to get it started again tonight and see if we can get a little more serious about it this year. That's sort of the New Year's resolution, is to see if we can get the band off the ground, playing some gigs, hopefully in front of a reasonably sized crowd. And it's going to be tough. Everybody's busy. Our lead guitarist is having a child soon, or his wife is having, or his girlfriend is having a child, so that's going to be a stepping stone. That's going to be a child. That's going to be a child, and the band is going to have to, obviously take a backseat to a baby. So we'll see what happens that way. I want a $200 gift card for JCPenney, Emmett. I am a Macy's bitch. Weird. I'm gonna see if the internet connection is good enough to maybe do a Periscope from band practice. And we may also have a guest. We're probably going to have Bonnie from the Library Bards come and maybe practice doing some backups, some backup vocals with us. But we definitely need to get on top of something. But we have big plans and aspirations. It'll be fun to actually be able to show you guys what happens at practice if possible. It sort of gets overwhelming because I have to like kind of call the shots, which is often left in the hands of the lead singer in a band, which also leads to lead singers being kicked out of bands because they have to be, you know, they have to be not pushy about it, or else they become the prima donna lead singer bullshit, he's bossing us around too much kind of guy, and that becomes a problem. So I've said it before and I'll say it again, where if somebody else can ever take charge, I'm always happy about it, but it always ends up seeming to be my thing to just tell everybody, okay, here's the set list, here's what we're doing now, here's what we're doing next. Carla and Dead Purple are having just a heated discussion about what retail stores are still up alive and running, which is an interesting thing to see. I also believe that Kmart was dead and gone, but there's one nearby. There's one up in Burbank, I think. Oh, man. 6:22. I don't remember the commercial. Does that commercial still exist? What commercial are you even talking about? Hey, Jazzy. Yeah, I think the further into the Midwest you guys get, the more Kmarts you're going to see. Babies are portable. Good luck in practice. Yeah, I don't think a band practice where there's loud noises are going to be the best place for a baby. What are my plans for 2016? Well, I've got a couple of cons that I'm hoping to definitely be at, but other than that, excuse me, 2016 is wide open. Could lead to a new career for me. Could lead to a time of unprecedented economic downfall. Could lead to some sort of natural disaster. I really don't have a plan for 2016. Mary wants to know what I think of the new Star Wars. Mary, I've been holding off on talking about Star Wars because I don't know if everyone's seen it yet. Star Wars is one of the most important no spoiler situations in recent history where, you know, people who haven't seen it yet don't want anyone telling them what's going to happen. Not that it's, you know, it's pretty hard to avoid. Yeah, Helen, usually band practices are on Wednesday night, but this week a couple of people couldn't make it Wednesday, so we're going to do Tuesday. Carla, do you just want to write a list of stores and we'll just confirm that they all exist for you? Because you're just asking about stores. It seems you'd be very concerned about what stores exist in reality. Wraith is exactly the person I'm talking about, has not seen Star Wars yet, so she's my number one reason for not talking about it. I haven't, no spoiler. Mina hasn't seen it either. I think a guy beat up shouting spoiler. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a completely true story, Wraith. I think that might have been just someone making an internet video. yeah, anyone who's getting into, I mean, I'm sure a couple fights happened at movie theaters. I mean, for God's sake, people get in fight over Black Friday, which is crazy. Hey, Chakra. Remember the Twi'leks from Return of the Jedi. I was thinking I want to cosplay one, but a Jedi. I think there are a few Twi'lek Jedi. If you watch Star Wars Clone Wars towards the end of the last season, there's definitely... I think they may be twins? Twin Twi'lek Jedis? So check them out, see if you can find any. There's definitely one... maybe... Is she a Twi'lek? No, she's fine. I got beaten up by a stormtrooper and a Wookiee. Uh-oh, storm went... What went black? I see my stream happening. I think the screen going black may be just on your end, Mary. There was a female at the end of 3. Yeah. Twi'lek, you can find some Twi'leks in the Clone Wars. But I don't know. I could easily see the guy getting beaten up at the premiere being just a video that someone made over the internet. Let's see my channel. Let me see if I can see myself here. If I click on it, premiere being yeah, I still see my picture. So I don't know what to tell you. On the black screen front, you might be better off refreshing that shit, cause I'm seeing my image on screen. Yeah. I agree. Twi'leks really are beautiful. The diversity of the universe. So beautiful. That blue Twi'lek gets killed in episode 3 called Isla Secura. That's the only one I can think of. You might be right. Mary Helsing, try refreshing. The first time I had to wait in line for a movie. Okay, yeah, well, plenty of people can still see, so I'm not going to continue troubleshooting the video problems that Mary's having. No, Crimson Cosplay, I haven't actually watched Rebels. I would if I had access to it, but I don't know. Some of it looks kind of cheesy. Isn't there like a lightsaber slingshot or something? Looks kind of like it's a little young for me. I'm thinking about, guys, putting a better webcam on the wish list, because I don't know about you, but whenever I look at this webcam footage, it seems pretty grainy. It seems pretty, I don't know, low res. I don't know if maybe it's the lighting in here. Maybe I just need to get better lights. But like even yesterday when I was holding up this button, I got this little CoastCon button, and like I held it up to the camera. And you can barely read the writing on there. Hold on. Like even when I'm holding it super, super close. So, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe it's time to upgrade that. The microphone seems to be working well, and you guys seem to be a fan of that. Wait, Helen, you miss videos from the couch? I thought people liked the microphone up here. That's the whole reason why I've been continuing with these on the regular desk. Is it a button sponsoring an upcoming convention? Yeah, it's a button for a convention I won't be attending, but it's a present that was sent to me by somebody through the mail yesterday, and when I held it up to the camera, I wanted to use it as an example of things the camera isn't quite capturing. Alright, well, if you're all happy with the video quality, then maybe I'll just stay as is. Seems like we're doing alright. And for streaming, I really don't need it to be any more high res because the actual picture of me is going to be about a quarter of the normal size, if not an eighth. LeakyCon Anime Syracuse. Syracuse? Weird. LeakyCon. I don't even know what that could possibly be. Like a plumbing convention? Welcome, I love you. Bye bye, see ya. That's my girl. Thanks, Emma. Half-pound Reese's cup. Jazzy, lay off the Reese's cups, will ya? Alright, maybe I'll start doing it from the couch again. I mean, it's not more comfortable, but it does grant the cat a little bit better access. Yeah, it's not... The couch ones are pretty much the same thing you're already watching, only with poorer sound quality and a slightly different background. Mary is saying it's a Harry Potter LeakyCon? Why would a Harry Potter convention be called LeakyCon? What was leaky in Harry Potter? It's weird. I think it would be like BroomCon or WizardCon or HorcruxCon, something like that. Consent is sexy. Leaky cauldron. That must have been something I never... Alright, that must have been one of the movies I missed. Because I sure as hell didn't spend the time reading the books. Not that there's anything wrong with the books, it would take me years. Jazzy, I will not learn my HP trivia. Why don't you get out? I don't need anything. I don't need Harry Potter in my life. I don't need that. You don't tell me what to do. You're not even my real dad. Yeah, Anya, I saw Leaky Cauldron. Everyone's already spoken up against me. Yeah, I mean, I see so much Harry Potter crap on my Tumblr. I'm surprised I don't know all the crap about it already. Jazzy, I told you you're not my dad, so don't worry about it. Just shut it up about being my dad. You saw what you did. You know what you're talking about. Sherry, you're not even my real mom, so you're not about my mom. You're not my mom, and she's not my dad, and you guys aren't my mom and dad. Not, like... So take that. Dad. I have a little Christmas present I need to give my friend. Zio, it's a Key Smart. You turned me on to giving Key Smarts to people, so now I'm going to give my friend a Key Smart. The amount of Harry Potter fans on this live stream makes me happy. Can I be an aunt, chakra? No blood relatives. No one is here is related to me. You don't want into my family. Jazzy, you're gonna have to be across the street if you want to be across the street. You know, given that some of you are often so sort of spookily sexually forward, I think the fact that you're trying to be sisters and fathers and stuff to me is disturbing. You almost got my dad one of those, but I almost invented another. Okay. Everybody just settle down and just watch me fall asleep on my own webcast, okay? I'm gonna just slowly fall asleep. Okay? Something about knowing that I have a band practice in an hour and a half just makes me tired. I don't want to get up. I don't want to talk about it. I don't have it in me to go and sing for 2 hours tonight. I don't know what you people want from me. I don't know. Why do you have to do this every day? I don't know why you guys even bother watching this shit. I'm boring myself. God damn it, Jess, that doesn't even rhyme. Still with old format as well. Can I be your friend? You seem pretty cool. Mary, that is no way to make friends. You're gonna have to find something a little more compelling than can I be your friend. Can I be the lesbian friend you check out girls with? No. No. I'm the lesbian friend that people check out girls with. Take that. Dead Purple, I will not lend anyone money. Yeah, well, Jazzy, maybe if you don't know the song, you shouldn't be singing it. By typing it. Shouldn't be type singing it. How do you make friends? Here's a good question. Mina, I know nothing about singing, so I do nothing to prep my voice. Let's talk about how to make friends. I prefer to make friends through being utilitarian. I like meeting people that where one of us has something to benefit from the other, and then through facilitating something, we form a friendship. Meet people because they need help with a project. You meet people because they need a ride somewhere. They're a friend of a friend that's working on something. I also find that being in the same general location helps. So, you know, like friends happen more from like seeing someone a lot, being like, hey, I see you around a lot because you live in my neighborhood, or you work where I work, or you do what you're in my class or something like that, or you're in a club that I'm in, and we share common interests that way. But typically on the internet, I just am not interested in like the kind of friendship that is offered in that. It usually turns into, hey, let's be friends. We'll make our introductions, and then what'll happen is I'm going to tell Bill my problems, and then essentially ask him to entertain me a whole lot. That's what my friendship experiences are typically on the internet. Is I become an emotional dumping ground as well as someone who is expected to produce stories and general entertainment value for them, and I'm not down for that. No vocal warm-ups, Chakra. You can make friends by having money. I'm not sure if I'd call that friends either. Chakra, if I want singing advice, I will definitely come to you. But until that day happens, I'm glad to not ever care what advice you have about vocal warm-ups. Let's see. Most of the time, make friends through sharing interests. Yep, that's true. Join a book club or a gaming club or something. Go get involved with something. Insta friends. I'll be friendly with everyone, but it really depends on socially awkward. Think she's being cute. No, awkward turtle. Personally, true friendship to me is about the time you spend together and how real they are with each other. Someone sent me a friend request today. Seen her around, so I accept, but I haven't seen her since. Yeah, I used to be able to accept friend requests of people that I kind of half knew, but now it's getting to be most of my news feed is filled with people that I know nothing about personally. So I've kind of stopped accepting friend requests from people that I haven't taken a real vested interest in. Tried to be in a Pathfinder club once. Pathfinder D&D or Pathfinder like actually tracking in the woods? Oh, board game, okay. Let's talk about how to get a boyfriend, girlfriend. Jazzy, the unfortunate news about trying for a boyfriend or girlfriend is that no amount of trying is really going to get you where you're going. I find that you get a boyfriend or girlfriend in the same way that you get friends. You spend time with somebody, and if you like being around them and they like being around you, then you guys spend more time together. Unfortunately, when you really are putting in the effort to get into someone's good graces, what ends up happening is you end up getting on their nerves more likely, and it goes in the wrong direction. So make friends, and then if one of them ends up wanting to, kiss you on the mouth, all of a sudden you got a boyfriend or girlfriend, which is nice. But there's no real method for trying. There's probably ways to get people to sleep with you. I haven't exactly mastered that, but forming a lasting relationship is a little more nuanced than just getting in their pants. Yep. Well, I was always secluded, picked on as a child, but as an adult, try to give most a chance, okay? Similar rules to D&D, but it's kind of limited. Use PC gaming, PS3 controller. Oh god, why would you put a PS3 controller on a computer? The whole point is using the mouse and keyboard. That's like the number one selling point. Oh, I hate those controllers. Depends on your thumbs. Well, Mika, if someone wants to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, you got to keep in mind that you're going to also want to be their boyfriend or girlfriend. So it has to be a mutual thing. Like, you don't really want to be chasing, and you don't want someone chasing you. That's a bad arrangement to begin with. You kind of got to have chemistry. That's what chemistry's all about, is two people that immediately click. Good night, Elizabeth. Just try to be as friendly as possible. Met Hubs in JU. I don't know what JU is. Yeah, I think everyone overthinks relationships. Hey, Yvonne. First boyfriend. Planned our first kiss in the music hallway. He just finished eating a cookie, so... Oh, it's a cookie kiss. That's not so bad. Met Hubs in late June. Moved in July. Married in November, all the same year. Been married for 23 years. So Sherry's pretty intense. Don't try to follow Sherry's methodology. That's lightning in a bottle. A little hard to recreate. You just you gotta be willing to put in the hours and not get married in the course of a year. Make too much effort trying when they don't make the same effort trying. Yeah, and I mean, Mika, you shouldn't be subjecting yourself to the I don't know, you shouldn't be putting in all the work, and nor should they. So, keep it, try to keep it mutual. Junior high. Okay. Well, a couple of you guys have been married for 23 years. Doom was the beginning for you on a console? Which console was that? Like Super Nintendo? Even if you lower the sensitivity, controlling with the thumbs is extra sensitive on my control. Yeah, it moves too quickly. I don't like thumbs, yeah. My thumbs are no good at controlling movement and aiming at the same time. Marvel instantly added that to my basket. Yeah, controller skins, it's a thing. Guys, hold on just a second. Hello. Are you out front? Oh, you were driving to East LA? Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you got plenty of time. Okay, well, when you get here, just don't even bother trying to find a parking spot. I'll just open the gate and I'll let you take my spot. That's fine. Take your time. You can stop for gas. It's fine. Okay. Well, that's crazy. All right. Well, just call me when you get here then. I know. All right. I'll talk to you in a minute. Bye. All right. So Bonnie is on her way. She's coming to practice tonight. She's going to be hopefully providing some other vocals, and we're going to be talking about some compilation projects that we might be doing with the library bards. Haven't killed him. La la la. On the book, he's just not into you. Okay, that's fair. He's just not that into you. I think that's the beginning of a very important conversation. Guidebooks and novels. Ugh. I think it's a Doom for PC. First game was actually an Atari game. What's your favorite book? Snow Crash. How's that? I didn't have a Nintendo original until comments from a caller. No, that's somebody who's going to be coming to band practice with me. American McGee's Alice. Yes, that was a fairly popular game. GameCube left out of the consoles. Hello, people. Hey, Bunny. Aw, Bunny. Bunny, unfortunately, I think you're coming in right at the tail end of the broadcast here. I'm going to actually probably call it a night. Miss Mojo, no, you're coming in at the end too. It's an hour. It's 50 minutes. But I need to start getting ready for practice. I actually have to disconnect this whole microphone rig so that I can bring it to practice with me. And then I got to get the parking spot that I'm in essentially cleared out, and so on and so forth. But I want everybody to know that I'll be back tomorrow night doing another broadcast, and we will hang out again then. I think we got on a good run tonight with the dating advice and with the making friends advice. But if you guys have any more questions, if you guys have questions that you want me to talk about on my solo broadcast, you can also write to me on Facebook or Tumblr or Twitter or whatever, and we can talk about those specifically on the broadcast. But if you want to submit questions on Tumblr, I'm happy to answer those through typing as well. Maphonix, I'm going to try to do a Periscope. I'm not sure how good the connection's going to be, but we'll check it out and see. It's cool, Miss Mojo. I feel bad for leaving just as soon as you got here. It's not that I feel bad about you getting here at the time you did. It's just I feel bad that you just arrived and I still have to go. So I'm going to go get ready, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Miss you. Love you. Bye.